Transportation in human beings. This is the next system that we are going to study now. Why there is need of transportation system in human beings? Because we say that blood, it transports or it circulates everything like the food, oxygen, carbon dioxide, even the nitrogenous waste. That has to be, suppose if we take the example of nitrogenous waste that our body generates, it has to be thrown out or removed from the body. And the oxygen which we inhaled in, that has to be transported to each and every part of the body. So for that we have a system in place which is called as transportation system, or we also call it circulatory system. So the blood plays the major role. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. It consists of a fluid medium. The fluid medium present in the blood, that is called as plasma. Here the cells are suspended like the RBCs, red blood cells, WBC, white blood cells, and platelets. RBCs, as we have read, that RBC contain hemoglobin, and that helps in the transporting oxygen throughout the body. WBCs, they help in fighting against diseases or infections. And platelets, we will study about the role of platelets in detail in this chapter. They help the blood to clot. Now plasma. This plasma, that is the fluid content of the blood, it transports food, carbon dioxide, and nitrogenous waste in dissolved form. Oxygen is carried by the RBCs, as I just said, that is the red blood cells in the blood. Now, this transportation, it basically it has three main steps. Transportation means transporting the things throughout the body. We need a pumping organ that pumps the blood 24 hours. And our heart is exactly it does that work for us. It is a pumping organ which pumps the blood throughout our life. Then we need network of tubes. Tubes here are arteries, veins, and capillaries. These are the tubes through which the blood passes. Maintenance of network. Here comes the role of platelets that we talked earlier. The maintenance of network means the network of these tubes, if it develops any kind of leakage or something, then the platelets, they help in repairing those damages. So we will talk a little bit about heart today. Heart is a muscular organ. Now it has, in human beings, the heart is four-chambered, or we should say that in mammals, human being is a mammal and mammals have a four-chambered heart. Now why do we have four-chambered heart? The four chambers, or the different chambers of the heart, prevent the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Now firstly, what is oxygenated blood? Oxygenated blood is the blood having high concentration of oxygen, and the blood, all the systems in our body are connected. If we talk about respiratory system, through the respiratory system, the oxygen is passed to the blood. Now this oxygenated blood having high concentration of oxygen from the lungs, it has to be brought back to the heart. This oxygen rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body. It means through the lungs, the oxygen which is passed to the blood, then from there this oxygenated blood has to be brought back to the heart so that the chambers of the heart can pump this blood to the rest of the body, except the lungs, of course. Now deoxygenated blood is the blood having high concentration of carbon dioxide, and it has to reach the lungs because there the gaseous exchange takes place, as we talked. So that carbon dioxide has to be removed from the body, and for this the two chambers, we will talk about this tomorrow, that separately we have two chambers which contain the deoxygenated blood, and they pump this deoxygenated blood to the lungs so that the carbon dioxide can be removed. So what we studied today is that why do we need transportation? We need transportation system for the transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste. Then the system requires three main things: a pumping organ, network of tubes, maintenance of the network. So we have a heart as a pumping organ, arteries, veins and capillaries, and platelets for the maintenance of the network. And we have a 4-chambered heart, and this is to prevent the mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So tomorrow we will continue from here only. Okay, thank you.